Genuinely, I have no words. Firstly, let me make it clear, I did not watch a Youngest. But somehow I am more mad than the Girls' Planet finale, and I actually watched that show. So I know this is really late because the show ended like a month ago, but I just had a lot of thoughts on my mind about it and I want to put in a video. A lot of people were discussing whether or not the show was rigged, like for IZ*ONE and X1, but the show wasn't rigged in a secret way. It was rigged, but we saw it happen right in front of us. First of all, the producers were so obviously biased. If you didn't watch the show, I'll explain it. In many of the performances, it is so obviously auto-tuned for the trainees that they preferred. That way, when they didn't talk about the horrible vocals, it didn't seem suspicious because the audience wouldn't realize how bad they sound. Of course, people saw through it though, cause there are many videos exposing an overuse of backtrack and auto-tune throughout the show. There were many trainees who were unfairly eliminated, all because of the mentors. We know who. Not to mention, a lack of showing the mentors praising trainees the producers seemed to dislike. Either that, or there was no praise at all. I also found the show of attitude problems of some trainees is really weird, like they purposely show them just to get them eliminated, but it's just my opinion. Now to the finale, which had to be the most rigged thing I ever saw. Firstly, international fans were not allowed to vote, only Korean, and only 2 of the members were fan voted, rest were chosen by mentors. It's like, why did you bother letting fans vote for the whole running of the show if it was all going wasted? Before I start my next point with the show being rigged, I want to mention that I have no hard feelings towards this trainee whatsoever, and it's wonhee. Because can you explain to me how she went from 9th at the start of the finale to top 4 to 1st? To me, it felt like the producers were purposely showing her a rank in order to boost her. All seen this happened before with mnet. They will show the trainees who are in the debut ranking, which they don't want to debut, then show the trainees that they do want to debut who are not in the debut ranking. That way they can purposely push those trainees out of the top. Now a lot throughout the show, people said that they found Lee Hyun very creepy. Again, I did not watch the show, but I have watched many clips. And is it wrong of me to say that I didn't think he was all that creepy? Yes, he definitely looks a bit scary with the way he's smiling, but honestly I think what's creepy is just the greasy hair and the mustache. But you could say, he was only smiling at the minors, but it was really just the minors who the producers seem to be favoring. So of course they'd show the mentors, smiling at the ones they want to debut. Again, I did not watch the show, so I am definitely out of line to say this, but it's just my opinion and my video. But his mentoring skills definitely pissed me off. He only critiqued the good ones, and when it came to giving advice, I didn't see him helping at all. Now this part of the video is really important, and it's regarding the hate that the group, and more specifically wonhee, are getting. Yes, we are all upset about lineup, but that's not the fault of the members at all. So instead of joining their lives and spreading hate, you can just ignore them, not support them. It's really childish. And about the hate that wonhee is getting, it's just stupid. She is literally a child. She only trained for like a month or something and then she was forced on the show. Was her high ranking her fault at all? No, obviously not. While you could say that you didn't like her attitude on the show as it didn't really seem like she was trying, I doubt she was expecting or wanting to debut at all, as after all she was still a new trainee and not stage confident.
저는 진짜 하나도 기대를 안 하고 있고 정말 단 하나도 예상도 기대도 안 하고 있었고 너무 마음을 가볍게 만들고 있었어요. 그래서 되게 좀 가볍고 그냥 좋은 경험이었다까지 끝마무리까지 지어놨는데 갑자기 원이
What I do hate though, are wonhee's fans. I don't mean people who will stan her now that she's in eyelid, but I mean all the supporters she had throughout. Are you next? This is going to sound like hate, but I promise you it's not, and I'll explain why. The fact so many people supported her just creeped me because she's so young, like why is society obsessed with minors, and she's clearly unexperienced to be a K-pop idol. Her skills are severely underdeveloped, and people only wanted her to debut because she's cute. While I agree wonhee is a little cutie, she was not ready at all, and that's the hard truth you have to swallow. Now what's going to happen if she's going to receive so much hate because of her clear lack of skill? Or she's going to be put through such hard and crazy training in order to catch up with the time she should have gotten before debut, so that her debut will not be a mess. For example, I absolutely loved Ollie from Boys Planet, But did I ever vote for him once? No. What does that mean, that I am being hateful or unsupportive of him? Absolutely not. He's so young and still has many years for him to debut. Boys Planet would surely not be his last chance or anything, but I didn't vote for him because he is a minor. And don't argue with me saying that I support groups that have minors in them. Yes, I do, but did I choose for them to be minors? No. The difference is, with survival shows, the debut of minors could have been avoided if they weren't voted for. But if there are minors in the group, I can't do anything about that. No one to talking about the show. Again, I didn't watch it, so call me invalid all you like, but from all the scenes I've watched the show, it looked absolutely boring. I really didn't see a connection between majority of the girls, and there weren't any fun activities that they did to make it entertaining, like sports day or just the members goofing around in the dorms. And the whole setup was completely confusing as well. Like, what was the whole tier thing that they had? That was so useless. It reminds me of the cells from Girls Planet, which once again, was completely useless. And what I've heard from people who did watch the show, they also found it boring. Yes, there were maybe 2 or 3 funny scenes, but is that enough to make up for the show? No. In my opinion, everything was just set up badly. Now, I did watch an episode of the show, and that was the final episode. I watched through the whole entire live, and yes, I was bored. Plus, why was the Signal song not sung by all the trainees and instead by Suzy? Yes, she sounded so pretty, but what makes the Signal song so special and powerful is all the trainees sing it together. So dumb. Now onto the fun part, which is my personal lineup I would have had. Now, of course, the best lineup would be the big 6: Minju, Jiwoo, youngseo, yunah, jiemin and chanelle. Also, don't yell at me that youngseo is a minor, because she turns 18 in November. But my main girl was Yunah. She's so gorgeous, amazing dancer, stable, and I loved her stage presence. Absolute perfection. The name Eyelid is terrible, we all know it, but honestly I don't like the name Ruby Moon that people were speculating to be the group name. The word Ruby is cute and the word Moon is cute, but put together, not a fan. My chosen name is Dahlia, like the flower, but also similar to the Korean word dalida, which means to run. If you don't know, the acronym for runext is run, and the theme song is all about running. It presents durability, beauty and inner strength, and the fan name Petals is cute, meaning that together, petals build the flower of Dahlia, allowing them to stay as one and have inner strength. I'm such a genius, right? For my finishing notes, I want to make it very clear, do not hate on Eyelid. When you happen to come across them, instead of leaving a dumb hate comment, just scroll past and ignore. Not hard. Thank you for watching.